Andrew Carnegie, the Scottish-born immigrant who rose to become one of America's most influential industrialists and philanthropists. Known as a man of sharp wit, intellect, and ambition, Carnegie's fashion sense evolved alongside his success, reflecting both his humble beginnings and his grand achievements. Today, we'll explore how his wardrobe captured the essence of his journey from poverty to the heights of wealth and influence. Andrew Carnegie was born in 1835 in Dunfermline, Scotland, and his family emigrated to America when he was just 13. Arriving in Pittsburgh, he worked hard in textile factories, wearing rugged, practical clothes typical of working class immigrants. His early wardrobe choices were a matter of necessity, emphasizing practicality over style. As he advanced in his career, Carnegie's clothing began to reflect his climb up the social ladder. He transitioned to more formal attire, moving away from the rough work clothes of his youth to tailored jackets and crisp collars, mirroring his move into clerical roles. It was the beginning of a wardrobe that would grow in sophistication as his influence expanded. By the late 1800s, Carnegie had established himself as a titan in the steel industry, becoming one of the wealthiest men in the world. His fashion choices evolved to match his status, embracing the tailored, refined look expected of the elite. Carnegie often wore classic three-piece suits with vests, but in contrast to his business peers, his choices retained a certain modesty, hinting at his humble roots. Carnegie favored quality over flashiness. His suits were often dark in color, gray, black, and deep blue, giving him an air of professionalism without extravagance. While some industrialists wore showier fabrics to reflect their wealth, Carnegie opted for simplicity. His clothing was a subtle reminder that, despite his riches, he never lost touch with his roots. One of Carnegie's most recognizable style choices was his preference for bow ties, setting him apart from the conventional neckties favored by other businessmen of his time. The bow tie was a small but bold choice, reflecting his individualism and confidence. It added a unique flair to his otherwise straightforward attire, suggesting he wasn't afraid to stand out. Another of Carnegie's key accessories was his pocket watch, a symbol of punctuality and discipline. In Carnegie's world, time was of the essence. After all, steel production was a high stakes, fast paced industry. The pocket watch not only complemented his formal look, but also symbolized the value he placed on efficiency and precision. In the later years of his life, Carnegie turned from industry to philanthropy, donating millions to causes in education and the arts. During public events at universities or libraries, he often dressed down, opting for more comfortable and approachable attire. Gone were the luxurious suits. Instead, he appeared in softer fabrics and lighter colors, fitting for a man who was no longer a ruthless businessman, but a benefactor of society. Carnegie's more modest look at these events conveyed his desire to be seen as a man of the people, someone who believed that wealth came with a responsibility to give back. His clothing choices here reflected his changing role, no longer the industrialist in a dark suit, but the philanthropist in a modest jacket, embodying his mission to uplift society. In 1901, when Carnegie sold Carnegie Steel to J.P. Morgan, making him one of the wealthiest men in history, he dressed for the occasion. His attire, a perfectly tailored dark suit and bow tie, was a blend of respectability and power. It was a suit that said he was a man who had earned his wealth, with a style that matched his success. At the dedications of libraries and universities, Carnegie dressed in lighter suits, reflecting his transformation into a public figure committed to giving back. His choice to dress down at philanthropic events was purposeful, as he wanted to be remembered for his contributions to society, not just his wealth. Carnegie's sense of style left an enduring mark on how we view powerful yet humble attire. His balance of simplicity and quality, along with signature touches like the bow tie, continues to influence modern business style. For today's entrepreneurs, Carnegie's fashion choices are a reminder that confidence isn't about flashy clothes. It's about dressing with purpose and staying true to one's identity. While Carnegie's empire was built on steel, his legacy lives on in the world of philanthropy and in the understated elegance he championed. He showed that style, like wealth, is best used when it has a purpose beyond oneself. Andrew Carnegie's fashion was not about making a statement. It was a reflection of his values, humility, discipline, and the importance of giving back. His life's work was about transforming the world, and his wardrobe was simply a reflection of that mission. For Carnegie, fashion was not about wealth, but about wearing his principles, a legacy that still resonates today.